And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Transport Fever. All right, let's reestablish these road connections so these cities stop complaining. And we're going to build that there. Connect you up. Connect you up. Okay, now probably have some more that need to be done. Oh, yeah, no kidding. I did destroy a whole lot of road over here somewhere. Right in here I did. So let's patch these up as best we can. And connect that. Connect you. Connect you. And the other ones, let's see, coal mine, that was way down here. Yeah, this one is kind of in limbo, so we don't want to mess with that right now. And close. So we've got a depot right here, branched off to go into the construction materials business, and we want to first set up the stone supply. So let's buy some. Oh, let's not buy trains yet. Let's set up the lines, and we're going to do a new line, and this is going to be light gray. And we're going to go from here to here, and this is going to be AKR O Acro Stone. And I also want to rename this to AKRN Quarry. Just so I know, where things are going, all that kind of good stuff. So let's set up a train. And I'm going to want a good train. Let's see. I mean, we got the big boy. We could rock a big boy, but we would bleed money. We would hemorrhage money for many, 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 many years while this thing runs. So we could... Wow. Interesting. Passenger. Why is this a passenger train? I mean, it's got a good amount of power. Not stellar. Not like the big boy. The big boy is... That's a beast of a train. I mean, it's got more power than what I would normally go, is the Mikado. Yeah, maybe. What's the Mikado per month? 400,000? I'll try it. Let's set up the line to be gray. And we're going to have this. And it's state car, or no, it's gondola. Yeah, stone. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we are going to set that line to be acro stone. And this train here, we want a new line. And construction materials from here to here. And construction materials, I want to make kind of a dirty orange, a brown. And this is going to be Heart Construction Mats. All right. So we want a new train here. And what is the demand per year? 170. So we want to at least shoot for half of that. So let's set up our color to be the brownish orange. Let's try the same alco. It's a good balance, I think, of speed and power. So we're going to set this up, and we need a state car for the construction material. So I would normally set the configuration, but I think the only thing that we're going to be able to pull is construction material. And if we really want to, we probably could deliver tools to here to here, delivering to Akron if we really wanted to get crazy with it. But this doesn't actually carry tools, so I don't know why I just said that. So we want at least half of that 170 here, you know, because plan on making this trip twice a year. So, no, I don't want to set line. I want to buy trains. So again, with the dirty orange and the state car, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 170 would be 60. That'd be 120. One more. 72. 144. Let's go with that. That's what, 6. What? One more. One more is fine. 84. That's a good balance. So this is Hart Construction Materials, and let's kick off the game. Let these slowly pull out. There is the new fangled Alco. First diesel electric that we've built. Beautiful. And we'll eventually add a second train to this setup once production picks up. And it takes a couple years for it to do so. I mean, it's not an instant thing. It has to know that its materials are going to go somewhere. But once it is, this will really boom, because we're going to also set up a line to come over here. And I would like to do it in an efficient way. And we're already delivering. We already have a platform delivering to here. How big is this platform? It's only 160. We want to grow this. So I'm going to pause time again so we can modify this city slightly. We're just going to poke it a little bit. 240, high speed, yes. Second Street connection, yes. And we should be good to go there. So let's branch this out and make sure this connects. And then we're going to use the outside over here. Did I pick 3 or 4? Did I pick 4? Oh, don't bulldoze it. I did. I picked 3. Weird. Okay, so here we're going to take out all this crap and then come in here and try to skirt the outside. I can get rid of that road since that's the one in our way. We're just going to go straight out from here. Okay, a little less straight out. We're going to kind of bend it. We're going to pull this back so we can micro that a little bit better. And let's set up the road. I don't really like how that curves like that. No, I said I don't like how it curves. There we go. Set up U. We're going to bring this out. There we go. And now we need to kind of try to bridge over this, because this is going to be like an industrial super center over here. So I got to figure out how to bridge over these tracks, and I think I'll do it right here if I can. If this will bridge. No, it won't. So maybe over this way, give ourselves a little bit more space, and it's got a collision. Okay, it will take that. And that gives me lots of room in here to double up the track if I really want to. We're going to join that up. So the two sides of the city are connected, and then we can actually bridge over this way too, if we really, really want to. So that gives us a little bit more leeway in here, but I also want to make sure that we've got a good supply line for fuel for this spot. So we're going to take this line straight out and a little bit less out, and then try to run our bridge. So we're going to try to bridge over. There we go. Good solid bridge right here. Too much slope. Okay, well, how about that? That's good? You're happy with that? All right. All right, let's get time rolling again. So I want to set up another line to connect to Custer, just because this is a nice straight shot all the way through here. I'll be able to supply Custer with a lot of fuel because we have been growing its industry this whole time. And so it is primed for a lot of supply, which will really ramp up demand, because not only we just have one train right now, having two trains pulling from this supply will really make the demand spike for our setup here. And I don't think you're going to be carrying anything. Are we delivering stone? We are not yet. So you need to get your butt moving here and get some stone. There we go. We have stone. So with that supply line started, we need to ramp this up and get these lines really talking to one another as early as possible so production can ramp up. So I want to drag this out and let's ramp this production up as much as we can. So let's look at our angles here. We're going to want to angle this as little as possible. So if we pull out here, we're going to want, I'm going to dial this back and bend it enough just at the point where the speed starts going down. Oh wow, we have a lot of leeway there. Okay, so let's bring this up and over and see where that marries up. And it looks like that's a little tight, and we're gonna need to give ourselves a little breathing room on the roads. There we go. Perfect supply line. As angled as that is, that's a pretty straight shot as far as the standards of the terrain and stuff. That's a pretty good run. How are we for double tracking it? Which side of the track would I want to double? I would want to double the right side. So let's put that track in like that. So when we build the bridge, we can bridge it over, and it automatically separates the supports to take that into account. There we go. Everything is connected and happy. Now we just need a depot on there, and a depot back in here would be pretty expensive. So I want to find a good flat spot for a depot. Right in here would probably be a really good bet. Oh, okay, that's... So I can just line it up like that. There we go. Now I can specify a new line, and I'm going to try to color. This is a dark purple or a dark orange. So we're going to do a new line from here to here, and this is also going to be a dark orange, and this is going to be Custer construction mats. Okay, and a new train. And we're going to go with the Alco again and the dark orange. And this was a 200 demand over here. I stuck in my head just because it's an even number. So we're going to want... We don't need exactly half because this is a shorter route and it's a straighter route. So I think we'll be able to do it more than once a year or more than twice a year. And so we'll be able to deliver plenty for that. So we are going to set line Custer Construction Materials and you can go. So once that line finishes its circuit, this area will know, okay, I have a demand over here for 184 construction material, and now I have a demand for here with 206 construction. So we have literally, what is that, 390 construction material demand every year. That's a per year demand. And so I'm going to need to make that much. So therefore, whatever query I'm attached to, I'm going to need that much stone a year. So this down here is being told that I need this much stone. And the limiting factor then becomes how quickly you run this circuit. And so you're going to want to watch your system to make sure that it's actually pushing that much material through it. So you can see we have just one of those that are set to stone now. And when it dives in here, it's still only one of those are stone because we're not able to run that line very fast. We're pushing 70. 75 is the top speed because of the gondolas. The gondolas are the limiting factor with speed. So we have 12 now, which I think is enough for just one car. So it's not going to pick up. It's just going to keep that one gondola. Oh, there's 13. So we got the second gondola now being supplied. Now we could really ramp this up by adding another train, but I want to wait until this production is slowly ramping up. We're only going to be able to produce 100 a month, and that's not very much. Not a month, 100 a year, I think that is. So I want to wait until this at least upgrades once. I wanted this to be 200, and then I'll add a second train. And when that second train, I'm going to time it so when this is pulling into the depot here, this will be pulling into the depot here, and that way these are going to be opposite sort of systems, and that will double or more or less half the travel time or the frequency. You can look at your lines here, and you look at your frequency, and this will tell you how often. Oh, I have a automatic 25% system right there. That's been probably costing me a truckload of money. So yeah, I'm glad I turned that off. How old is that? I think that was this train here. 3 months. Yeah, I just replaced that train. Stupid. Yeah, I don't have any vehicles in depots, but yeah, anybody who has caught that, thank you for the comments. So we already have construction materials, and we're already sending to both. So it's already recognized that both cities want them. And now look at the passengers. These cities are growing by leaps and bounds, and that's what we want, because that way the passenger service gets really popular. I mean, look at the passengers waiting here. I could double up this train and be making just tons of money. And you are 68 miles an hour is your limit. What do we unlock? Tank car. The modern versions of all of the gondolas and everything, which is good. because they have a higher speed that they can travel. We just don't have the actual gondolas. So now we're going to get more stone, which we really need to produce more of. Production is going up very slowly. Like I said, it takes a couple years for the whole system to really catch up with demand. For a while, it takes it. You just bleed money out of the systems. You know, we made a tiny amount of money this year so far, with one, it was probably like one construction material, and so unfortunately, it's going to take a while. But eventually, this system will pay massive amounts of money. I mean, we're talking many millions of dollars a year. This construction material system will make, and then we can take and move. Maybe now that we're growing buffalo a little bit, we could probably surpass Pasadena and go right into buffalo and feed buffalo a little bit of material. And let's see, buffalo is growing all of this, so it is indeed growing. So I'm going to want to put a couple bus lines up in here. We've already got a big bus depot, so I want one here. I'm going to do double it up right away. And I'm going to want one over here. So I got the residential spots covered, and then let's put one over here a little ways to cover. Well, we already have this bus stop right in the middle of all this commercial and industrial. So I could create a route going from here to here to here, and just create both routes are going to be pretty straightforward. And my initial passenger route is always going to be yellow now, and we're going to add station from here to here to here. And this is going to be buff pass clockwise. And that will do it for now, because I don't have a need to make a counterclockwise route just yet. It's not popular enough. So we are going to slap this on there. By road vehicles, we are going to make them yellow. And we're going to want 1, 2, 3, 4. Sort of an arbitrary number. And this is going to be buff pass. Which just reduces the walking time. If somebody comes in on the train and they want to get way over here, that's a lot of walking time. Plus, the train doesn't even catch the houses over here. So I want to make sure that we're covering this area so it grows. I want this area to grow. Buffalo needs to grow a little bit. I mean, we're requesting the minimal amount of stuff right now. So once it grows, has a few years of good growth, then we'll be able to start supplying it with some really decent material. Let's connect that up. There's really no way of connecting this up without destroying a house or 5. So I'm going to avoid that for now. We've got our train station. We're already growing. I mean, all of this stuff back in here, this is all brand new stuff. So we've got Buffalo now able to feed Hartford even more passengers, which will grow Hartford even larger. So that is what we want. And it looks like we've got a little bit of industrial growth in here, which is fantastic. So let's look at Hartford. Yeah, we're getting a little trickle, a very small trickle of construction materials. A little bit more every trip. So we've got another train coming in there, and we've got 7 now construction materials. So we are just trickling them in, and now our stone is starting to ramp up. So we've got a 21 now waiting. So again, this system, once you get it going, don't overbuild your trains. Overbuilding, it's just going to cost you umpteen amounts of money. I start with 6 cargo wagons and let that run. Let the industry upgrade once at least. Twice would be ideal. And once that's done, keep that train normal, but add a second train to the line and maybe give him 8 cars. And that way you have one train with fewer cars that is able to make that trip, and then one train with more cars able to really drop a lot of material out when he does his one circuit. So we want to feed this as much as humanly possible. So, you know, you can see the produce 10, and now we're almost at 30 here. So in a year, we will, when we're only in July, so we've got a ways to go before this. So we're going to go from 10 maybe to even 60. What is he at now? We're at 46, so we're already way up here with our produced this year. So we are doing really well trying to feed that system and get it growing. And granted, we're only going to be demanding, for now, we're only going to be, again, demanding 178 plus 206, unless this has grown already, 200. So 378. So the most this will upgrade is to 400 produced. So that's your limit, is 400, unless you connect another supply line or grow your cities. Look at the past 254 passengers waiting right here. Is that upgraded? I did upgrade that with everything. That's good and holy. So we need to upgrade to a high-speed line all the way through. So we want to beef up this supply line as much as possible. I might even, what is the speed limit on this? 68. That's probably an engine limitation. So I might send that to the depot just to replace the whole thing, because we can really overhaul this, and it's fairly new still, so I'd be able to put a new engine on it, faster engine. So we're going to send this to depot as soon as it's empty. No, we can't send it to depot yet. I want to send it to depot when it's over here. It's closer to Hartford. So we'll do that next episode. So that will be it for this episode. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.